What's up? So, welcome to my channel. My name's E. I go by E is Fab on social media platforms, as you can see. I just pulled this from TikTok pretty much. If you want to see this split up into two parts, you can go to my TikTok. Clearly, you see the handle right there. But this is pretty much my introduction to YouTube. And this is going to be feminizing your face with makeup. I have a couple of my T-girl homegirls who asked, how do I look so cunt every time I do my makeup? And so here is the tricks and tips. As of right now, I just, do the base of the eyebrows and setting the lid. I like to just do a soft cut crease. I just literally, as you'll see, just going in with the crease color and just messily putting on the crease. I do like a kind of like a smoky crease. I don't know what it's something that I came up with. Well, I didn't come up with it, but in terms of like what you see in terms of like those harsh cut crease, like very defined, I just make it really soft. I think that is a key in itself. Anything you can do that can elongate the eye, make it a little bit more of an almond shape. So you see I kind of winged out with the burgundy, and I'm gonna smoke it out with the black, the dark brown, and going in with the concealer. And like I said, I do like a soft, what you call a soft cut crease. I just messily put it on, as you see, just pop it on there. And then I blend out those edges, make it really soft, because I feel like when you accentuate the lid, obviously I have hooded lids, so it's kind of like, giving that Jessica Rabbit, kind of slanted eye type vibe. You'll see more in depth what I mean when I do my eyeliner, because I'm the eyeliner king, you will see. But yeah, I'm just setting, just doing the setting part of, the cut crease. And I just feel like, you bring the brightness to the center of the eye, basically. And you see I'm just smoking it out. I just feel like this look on the lid is super simple. It's quick and easy to the point. It's, it's not giving too much, but it's not too subtle. Of course, I'm pretty sure if you're not even into eyeshadow, you could really just do like a wing liner and your lashes, and that'd be enough too. Always make sure you're priming. You just see me put my primer on, and if you have hyperpigmentation like I do, you don't be scared to put makeup on your neck. Like, you can set it, you know what I'm saying? Especially when we got one size Krylon. Girl, that shit ain't going nowhere, so put it on there. Color correct your neck. And don't go in with a whole bunch of foundation. I've learned over the years, the less foundation you put on, the more like flawless the skin looks. Really just let the concealer do all the work. I mean, concealer, that's what it's there for. Is meant to enhance, and especially when you're feminizing your face, you definitely want to bring that brightness to the center. So make the focal point of your face like, the highlighted points. And that's where the concealer comes into play. So I typically always make sure I do like a bright, as you see, I'm brightening up that under eye. I make sure that the highlighted points, everywhere else but underneath the eye is always going to be brighter. I just feel like that's the quickest way to like, give your face some without it being like dramatic all over the face. Just brighten up the under eye. You can opt to, go along the edges of the nose to, contour the nose a little more. I don't think I do that in this video, but it is what it is, It's up to you. It's personal preference. Yeah, and of course, you want to make sure you're setting. As soon as I put the concealer on, I'm setting it. And anytime you want a softer appeal to the face, always use a micro smooth powder, whether that be the micro smooth powder that I'm using from Sephora, or whether that be the mineralized skin finish from MAC. Something that is going to soften the skin and it's going to blur the skin. I think Black Radiance has a soft focus powder as well. You want to use something that's literally going to blur, like do what it's supposed to do, blurring the skin. Blurring skin on, non-biological women, that's going to give you a softer appearance. You want to make sure you have a highlight powder and a skin tone powder. Now when it comes to contour, you see I chose a particular brush, something that's a lot more fluffy and it's going to diffuse. I'm going above my actual contour, the hollows of my cheek. That way when I turn my face, I pretty much created my own shadow, basically. You know what I'm saying? And I just do the same, going right into the forehead, softening up the forehead. And I don't think I softened the jawline, but I have a round face, so I really don't. I feel like anytime I put makeup on, I'm gonna look feminine anyway. But to make sure that contour is sticking out, I go from the corner of my mouth all the way to the top of my ear. And then, of course, using that micro smooth powder to reinforce it. And I brush away. I'm going backwards. You see, I'm blending backwards. So, full face, complete. Now, when it comes, like I said, I like to mostly focus the brightness underneath the eye. So I'm using like a very, very bright powder, mixing it with a more muted powder. And that's it when it comes to skin. Super simple. Everything looks, highlighted in the center of the face and more softer and demure on the outer parts of the face. Now we're getting into eyeliner. Like I said, this is the favorite part, but this is the part where it messes a lot of people up. So as you can see, I have hooded lids. No shade. I'm pretty sure, the non-binary, however you are, whoever you are, females too, you might have hooded lids. This is the quickest trick and tip to make sure you get a cunty eyeliner look. So you want to make sure you're looking dead ahead. I always choose a liquid liner that has a smaller brush because that gives me more precision and it gives me a lot more room to work with. So what I do is look straight ahead, as you see, and I'm just elongating the bottom lash line. I'm just extending that. That's all I'm doing. And that's it. Just make that quick, sharp line up. That's how you create the natural cat eye for your eye shape. You just want to extend the lower lash line in an upward motion. Continue to hold your head top down, and you want to just bring it back in. Now, initially, you are going to color on top of the crease or the fold of your lid. You want to hold the head back now, and you want to just fill it in. You want to just extend that wing in, and you just want to fill that in. I know it's easier said than done, but this is muscle memory for me, obviously. But as you can see, as you look ahead, as you're looking straight on, you see how cunty and how sharp that eyeliner is. Girl, that's what you want. And of course, if you have hooded lids, you just want to extend, or you just want to continue that line, but you just want to make that line as thin as possible and thicken as you get closer to the wing liner. Because what you don't want to do is cut your eye off and look like Amy Winehouse. No shade. I mean, if that's the look you're going for, RIP to my girl, but that's not what we want. So as you see, looking dead ahead, the liner is boom. And you can't even tell I have hooded lids. I also extend with a pencil. I would normally use the liquid liner to extend, but that can get really messy, especially if you don't know what you're doing. Use a black pencil and extend the inner corner. That also softens your eye shape and it elongates the eye shape and it gives you more of that almond eye appeal. That's what you want when it comes to your eyes. That's a more feminine looking eye, if that's the look that you're going for. And you also want to make sure you are choosing the correct lash. A lot of y'all be using them crazy ass lashes, them big ass lashes. I mean, girl, I'm not trying to shade you, but it's not giving. It's really not. You want something that is very cat eye. These are the Ardell double up lashes. So it's kind of like you put two Ardell demi wispies together and that gives you a subtle lash. Now I cut mine into clusters. I actually cut my strips into threes. Place them, if you want more of an in-depth, comment down below so I can, give you the tutorial on how to turn your strip lashes into cluster lashes and how to place those. I typically still do mine on top of the lash line and not under. I don't got time for all that. It's too much and it's just annoying. Now, when it comes to lips, because we're coming to the end. When it comes to your lips, just keep it simple. I would not recommend putting on a full face of makeup, even if you don't even do eyeshadow. If you have a liner and lashes, and then you just like, ooh, girl, I'm gonna go out here with some lip gloss, but you have smoker lips, girl, that's not cute. It's not cunt. It's not fab. You need to put on a lip, whether that be a just regular bullet lipstick. You could do a satin lipstick. But I typically always use a lip liner and a pink lipstick, a brown lip liner and a pink lipstick. This is, I want to say, it's not Velvet Teddy. It's the MAC lipstick. I forget which one. I'll link it down below. But it's like in between pale pink, nude. You always just get a perfect lip. And I say moi. That's how you blend out lip liner and bullet lipstick. I typically wouldn't do this with like a liquid lipstick because this just gets everywhere. It gets a little messy. Bullet lipsticks are way easier to blend. And that's how you blend them out. You pop on a clear gloss and that's it. Super simple. It doesn't take that much to feminize your face. You know what I'm saying? Of course, if you have a more angular face, you just soften your features up with contour or bronzer. I think bronzer would be better instead of using contour colors because those are cooler shades. Bronzers are typically more warmer, so they have a little bit of shimmer to them, so it just gives you that extra glow. But yes, thanks for stopping by and comment.